high hurdle rate for comedy. Are we addressing funny things that are hilarious that we can benefit from in this YouTube channel, Larry Chiang? We are. Comedy as a wake up call. Do you put wood in the morning behind your creativity? What's the first thing that you guys think of when you wake up and pop up to something in your brain? Whatever it is, we can now pop in a new thing into our brain as we make ourselves comfortable, stimulated, and Virginia, dare I say, tingly. Who's Virginia? I'll never tell. Why? Because we are doing comedy at sunrise. Who is joining us as a special guest? Who's joining us? Tom Brady. Why? Because Tom Brady is a little freakazoid because sometimes he likes to watch, sometimes he doesn't watch. What are we talking about? We talking about a technically three-way if it's me, a girl, and Tom Brady. Tom Brady likes to watch these comedy shows. Look at him. Look at him. He is right on point with bullet number one. Fake friending. I never did this in high school, but now I'm commiserating with people who did, which is faking that you hooked up with somebody, faking that you're friends with somebody, faking friendship. And now the bar's so low where it's not even faking, oh yeah, I slept with a Victoria's Secret model. 3 of them. It's not even that anymore. Now it's just faking that you even have one friend. That's why we're doing sunrise videos, because who are you going to see first thing in the morning on a delay or here? Me. I'm not your fake friend that you have to lie about. I'm your real friend that connects with you. And good news, we're the sum total of the 5 people that we hang out with most. Therefore, if you hang out with me in the morning, your friend value average, FVA, is going to skyrocket. You don't have to lie to people and say, oh, I have this friend, he helps me. You don't have to say that because I am your friend, and via comedy as healing, we're going to laugh our way to getting better. Oh, I was watching these videos and I was noticing that each word is clear, not robotic, because normally I don't speak like this, but I speak like this to make sure that AI is able to transcribe, because this is actually how I talk to AI. That's your friend too. Why? Because these transcripts are a useful way for a third viewing. Where are the first 2 viewings? Well, half a viewing is this right now because you're watching in the background. Because maybe this is the first time you've met Larry Chiang and you're like, oh, he doesn't drop that many knowledge bombs. I do. The second watching is where you're like, oh my God, that video, Comedy at Sunrise, 1452 episode, that ep was amazing. I kind of need to go back and study it and laugh again. The third viewing is where you publish this. I consent to you stealing, repurposing my content. Woo! I consent to you repurposing my content on a website. That's iteration 3. That's why I try to speak so clearly that even an AI can understand me. VO3 will make videos based on video samples. Is this part of Google? Yes. Are you currently a part of Google also right now? Yes, yes. You might be temporarily confused right now. This is going to unconfuse you ginormously as I add the next comedic segment. That's a great transition if I've ever heard one, which is this. Look at me as a drug dealer. Because in GTA 6, this hair is drug dealer hair, or a GTA 6 character. GTA 6, Grand Theft Auto. There's a bunch of criminals and alpha males all in a big swirl. What role would I play in GTA 6? Just like what role would I play in a zombie movie? Would I be a zombie? No. Would I be in GTA 6 as a math teacher? No. I would be Larry the drug dealer. What drug am I dealing? I'm dealing the drugs that are currently able to be manufactured in your brain via the pineal gland. If you're just joining, hi, I'm Larry Chiang. I drop new comedy episodes Wednesdays and Mondays. The subscription per month here on YouTube is $45,000, but since you're joining here, it's $0. Got you. Got you. Oh, I don't have $45,000. Yeah, well, after you finish watching this video, you will. Larry the drug dealer, Grand Theft Auto. What drugs am I dealing? I am dealing positive drugs that your brain produces out of your pineal gland. Look at how you're like, oh, he's talking crazy. This isn't talking crazy. This isn't even like when the comedian makes stuff up just to make you laugh. This comedy set, while being funny every time, 40% of the time, is 100% truthful every time. It's funny every time, 35 to 50% of the time. Yeah, it could drop a little bit because I'm having to repeat jokes. But it's 100% truthful every time. Pineal gland is a portion of your brain, and it manufactures every chemical that your body will ever need, except for vitamin C. So if your friend of a friend is depressed, pineal gland. If your friend of a friend is on an ADHD drip because the postmenopausal student principal recommended that you dose macro via drug via the pharmaceutical industry, well, that's not good. Why don't you use the pineal gland? Larry the drug dealer is dealing drugs between your ears, which is the best kind of drug, which is free drugs. It's in a 22 milliliter bottle, and it's even got a mascot. You want to see one? Do you guys want to see one? Comment that you'd like to see one. Aaron King, what's up? JDZ says hi. I say hi back. Deliverance. I'm going to deliver you some drugs. Larry the drug dealer. Larry the drug dealer. Larry the drug dealer. Do you like to drink? Has your liver been damaged a little bit? Sounds like you need a microdose. A little bit of Larry Chiang crack. Actually, it's not Larry Chiang crack. Larry Chiang crack is Larry Chiang butthole, and I consent to you tossing salad. We want to microdose via the animal mascot, company mascot, because if I'm going to deal drugs, I'm going to do a great brand. Because I'm not just going to rely on marketing, I'm going to do sales. Do you know the difference between the two? Because it turns out most VCs and founders don't know the difference between the two. Marketing, it's throwing shit out there, hoping it goes viral. That's why they call it viral marketing. Sales, the reason I'm shaking my head is marketing is a Hail Mary. Sales is me selling you that I am your friend and doing 4 more videos on being your friend while already having shipped 4 videos that should convince you to be my friend. Hard selling you for $0, that's sales. Sales and marketing are 2 different things. Did we just become best friends in your founder journey? Yes, because most people just lop it into the category of business and hustle and grind set mindset. Grind set mindset is hilarious. How are you not liking and subscribing after I say mindset of grind set? Because it almost sounds like minder grinder. Because right now, your brain is pounded to a pulp with genius shiitake via your first Chinese best friend. Grind set mindset, selling. Different from mindset, grind set, marketing. These things are infinitely social media viral on your channel. I'm not going to re-edit this. I can't stand to watch myself doing videos. Actually, I tolerate it. What we separate is sales from marketing. What we do is we, via 9 videos, do hard selling, the free, which is me becoming your friend. When you separate sales from marketing, now you've got a better to-do list, which goes into sales and tech sales versus Holy Mary marketing versus Hail Mary marketing versus some horrible philosophy. Remind me if you've seen this movie before. Larry, I just need to get to 250,000 subscribers, then my channel and my business will take off. Oh, it's 10 years later, you got to 250,000 subscribers, you're bankrupt. I just need to get to 2.5 million. Larry, I need to get to 2,500 subscribers. I have 800 or 600, some number below 1,000. Look at how these videos are each stand alone. Dare I say, to the value of $45,000, of which I will charge you 2 hugs and 1 text message or a DM. Basically zero. Basically zero. Basically a thank you card. Oh, somebody didn't watch the video. 9 thank you cards to make $1 million. Which is grind set mindset, sales different from marketing, which is Larry the drug dealer. Back on topic 2, Larry the drug dealer has a logo. It's Larry the liver bush. What's a liver bush? Liver bush is 17 ingredients that are homeopathic that are meant to heal us 22 milliliters at a time. Yeah, a vial of this is expensive as fuck. I don't sell this. I drug deal it. Because everyone's like, you must be drunk right now. Or when they meet me out and you're like, you're exactly your YouTube channel. or you're exactly your Twitter persona, or you're exactly who you are on Instagram. Are you drunk right now? How do you say such crazy shit like, hey, Virginia's best friends, I'm the vagina whisperer? Like, how do you say that with a straight face? Or saying this with a straight face at a Stanford lecture. There's 3 institutions, or at MIT, or Harvard, my safety school. There's 3 institutions of Silicon Valley. I recommend that you study all 3 that are open source. Open source meaning zero cost for tuition. It's just $275,000 if you want to graduate with a piece of paper. But all the classes are free. 3 institutions of Silicon Valley that make it awesome and incredible. Let the vagina whisperer cook. Let Pussy Magnet cook. Over on Instagram, Larry Chiang. Which is this. Pussy Magnet Cooking. Let's go. 3 institutions. 1, Stanford University. It's number 1 by 22.9 miles in a 23 marathon race, because it seems like it seems like a midnight mustache run, but it's not done at midnight. It's Stanford University doling out free information, kind of like this is an Easter egg machine gun deliverance of Easter eggs. Just pummeling. Pum, 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 pum. Institution number 2, Y Combinator. This is the adjacent institution to Stanford University. Why did Paul Graham and Jessica Livingston leave Harvard? Because Harvard was Paul's reach school and my safety school. Why did Tom Brady go from Silicon Valley to the Boston area in order to throw footballs? Because the 49ers thought that Tom Brady, the human, who's exactly this tall, said, hey, I think you're innovative shit. It's too innovative. Go to Boston and see if people with a stick up their butt are going to adopt your ideas. Then, the 3rd institution of Silicon Valley, you're going to really want to meet this guy. Because it's not an institution, it's a man who became an institution of Silicon Valley by brute force selling awesome shit. The 3rd institution of Silicon Valley is Larry Chiang. Let me review the 3. Stanford University, Y Combinator, Larry Chiang. Oh, but that's not very humble. Humility is lying to you about prior work. Humility is trash talk, but 100% true. Humility is comedy the way that other people do it, where their comedy is 80% true and 100% annoying, because gullible people like me are like, hey, is that even true? And then now, you're lying to me for a laugh. Whereas me, I'm in danger because I'm telling you the truth. Why are the 3 institutions important and form a triumvirate similar to yesterday, Sunday? The triumvirate of 3 things: Jesus, God, and the Holy Ghost. You need a little bit of faith. Do you need any faith for the entrepreneurship trinity? Nope. No faith required because it's free. No faith required because Tom Brady's a lefty. What am I talking about? There's 3 institutions of Silicon Valley. Stanford University, Y Combinator, Larry Chiang. How does this benefit you inside of podcast episode 1452, which, by the way, is an impossible number to remember, but that's okay. It benefits you because you're your own drug dealer. And right now, you're on bad drugs. Have you heard rich people just get better and better drugs? That's the only benefit to being rich. It's not living in something that you can rent, because I can't tell if I own the ski chalet or visit my ski chalet for 20 days a year. Except when I own it, I have to think about it 12 days a year because I have to manage monthly expenses, or worse, delegate it to a house sitter. So, owning, renting, there's no difference. In fact, the next comedy piece should be renting out your rental, because I figured that out. I'm like, why am I even owning this? I could rent it and then I could landlord it, but that's a high hurdle for Opal Financial Group Public Fund Summit East, which is my LP thesis, which is how money is truly wired. You get it? I mean, I'm pretty smart because of, look at my notes. I go to a biohacking conference because it's chock full of hot women. I walked out with 5, 6, 7 figures. I don't even know. Literally a biohacking conference filled with hot women. Okay, I'm like, where are these hot women coming from? They're like, oh, it's a biohacking conference. You're not good enough to talk to us because you look like a poser. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and sign myself up because I have a universal press pass, which is called Duck 9 and a website. Oh, these are my questions. Look at my penmanship. Oh, are these notes amazing from Joe Dispenza? Yeah. What we're doing is realizing that the third institution of Silicon Valley is us connecting via the brain chemicals that we manage. I'm not going to say the D drug, okay? I'm going to have 2 drugs that are adjacent to dopamine. Let me finish the other point first. Oh, I'll just finish. Norepinephrine and epinephrine. Because when you're your own drug dealer or buying into me as your drug dealer, you'll be able to ADD take notes as if you're on a drug called venture capital. Venture capital, it's one heck of a drug. Hi, welcome in, you guys. I'm Larry Chiang. I collect things on what they don't teach you in school. You've jumped right in the middle of my comedy set. Let's keep it going. We have turned a confession into Larry the drug dealer. Guess who is a co-snorting, drug inhaling, not human being, canine? This guy. He thrives on compliments and positivity. What happens to a brain scan when you laugh with people? Your brain turns on. Your ADHD gets solved. Does Brady laugh at jokes? Yeah. Tom Brady the human actually steals jokes with my permission. Are you guys going to be able to rise and subscribe so that way Wednesdays and Mondays you get to participate in future comedy sets? Because this is Comedy Podcast 1452. Comedy as a service. Have you heard of software as a service? Well, this is comedy as a service. Comedy as a service over multiple services. Why? Because there's a lot of nooks and crannies when it comes to us hanging out. Multifaceted drug delivery via your brain, the pineal gland. Am I talking about Joe Dispenza's chapter 12? Oh yeah, pineal gland. Let us study, buddy, a book that costs less than $15. So that way next year, May 27 to 29, 2026, at Dave Asprey's conference, you too can get a selfie with Joe Dispenza and commensurate Washington, D.C. workshop. and commensurate Bali, Indonesia workshop, and commensurate Cancun workshop. Did I just spend $21,000 of your money? No. You're going to make $7,001 before you spend $7,000. That's why I'm super chintzy. That's why money doesn't come out until the money comes in. Do I have multiple identities? Yes. Identity number 1, YouTube Rickroller. Did I just Rickroll you into accepting some Easter eggs from my brain? Yes. Email Boss Babe. That's one of my identities. Why? Because I am prolific with answering text messages because I put this cell phone that I'm broadcasting from, that cell phone number I put as my back phone, where if you type into AI or search Larry Chiang cell phone, up pops this number. Why is my phone not blowing up? Because I can manage notifications, because I can manage winning at multiple identities. Number 3, Uber rideshare. During an Uber, I don't stress about getting there on time. Why? Because I target 15 to 30 minutes early. In my target rideshare, my job is to be the driver's best friend. For example, Hector. For example, Zoran. On March 9, where I want you to make $1 million because I sat in your Uber and listened and carried a notebook. Hector, he was driving rideshare as a manager of a Hilton. I was like, yikes, you must really need money to drive around me and Tom Brady. This is where both me and Hector Crown Entertainment become amazing. I'm like, oh my God, you're driving rideshare and you manage a Hilton. What if you combine the two, which is Hector's Waffle Motel? Because the bank is trying to sell a motel that is on their books. Why not combine the bank's problem with what you do, which is terrific customer service, while being a terrific human, while adopting and knowing that you just met the third institution of Silicon Valley in Texas. Let's cowboy up. It's good hair, right? Let's cowboy up. Let's go. Hector's Waffle House, tangential, adjacent. Thank you. Thank you. I can do my hair too. Want to see me do my hair? Boop. People think it's gel. It's actually perspiration. Why do I perspire so much? Am I incredibly healthy because I hydrate? You should hydrate too, you guys. Hector's Waffle Motel. Hector's Waffle Motel. You get a waffle iron. You don't even need to make it a Texas-shaped waffle. You don't. You could. That's the free breakfast. There's no cereal. There's no milk. It's waffles and syrup. There's no chocolate chips. There's no berries. It's just a waffle. People love it. It's a brand new fluffy waffle. Crown Entertainment, thank you for connecting with me via a sub. I treasure hard selling you on subscribing on Wednesdays and Mondays. Why? Because I want you guys to know the difference between sales and marketing. Marketing is hoping to delegate distribution to a social media platform that does not have your best interest at heart, and then simultaneously not having a website. Sales. Sales is creating a website, which you should have, and then selling other people on one landing page, while that landing page keeps the sales message on target, on cue, just like this comedy set, which is Hector's Waffle House, multiple identities, my identity in an Uber rideshare. Identity number next is puppy daddy. A daddy to a puppy daddy. DJ handle. Oh, do you DJ? Yeah, I DJ songs that I sing under the Oriental Cowboy. If that's not allowed in your music venue, we can water down my brand and call me the Asian Cowboy. Your phone's not so smart, it's really just breaking your brain. Stripper name. Larry, do you also strip? Or take your shirt off, where Tourette's bachelorette parties in Miami will just scream shit. Take your shirt off. And the counter to it is whip your P out, whip your V out. That's not good because sometimes that happens. So instead, what we're going to do is stripper name. Stripper as a business model. How much does a lap dance cost? How much is a lap dance called? Thank you for the jokes, Livingston. That was actually pretty funny. If you spin around and around, do you become disoriented? What you want to do is you want to do the ice skater routine where you flip your chin as you spin. So you don't spin, you spin ahead and then your head spins. So you're doing, that's why the head motion goes like that, because that makes it less disorienting. Stripper name. Stripper name. It's $27,000 for a lap dance. What? It comes with a free scholarship for the baby that we're making. It comes with a free scholarship to Stanford University, because you're buying a lap dance or baby jizz, depending on a platonic lap dance. My dancing near you, and for you and your fiance to experience a child that goes to Stanford University because you were lap danced when you were a bachelorette. Is there any physical touching? No. It's like the magic of no intercourse. What am I talking about? It's a platonic Christian lap dance for $27,000 where you and your fiance make a baby, and that baby goes to Stanford University. If you go to Princeton or Harvard, you get all $27,700 back because you're at your safety school, because my lap dance was not as effective as it should be. What do I do during math? What do I do during lap dance? I do a lap dance sober, and then I whisper in her ear, have your kids take this drug. It's called math class before math class. Have your kids enroll in math class before math class. That's it. That's how to get into Stanford. You take math class before math class. Oh, but if everybody did it, then everybody would be better at math. That's the biggest argument for my simple life hacks. But what if everybody did it? What if everybody worked really hard and, well, then everybody would be Tom Brady, and then the league would get more competitive, kind of like pro sports. Kind of like why I'm coincidentally friends with pretty good athletes that are pretty good at business. Why I'm pretty good friends with people that are pretty good at sales, tech sales. Comedy as a service, how much does this cost? It's zero. 15 ways crabs pull you down in a crabs in a pot. We're the sum total of the 5 YouTube influencers that we spend the most time with. True story. On Wednesdays and Mondays, I come up with content like this. It's positive, it's funny, sometimes it's confusing, but I guarantee if you hang in there and watch this video a second time or a third time and then publish notes, oh, beta, alpha, theta, delta, because I saw a bunch of hot women and I'm like, hot women, what are you assembling to do? Biohacking. We're doing biohacking. We're doing biohacking. Oh, cool. I'll sign up. No way. No way can you sign up. No way. You're not that successful. I'm literally 6'5", glow, crabs in a pot. Negative comments. There's no way. Well, she's a crab by default. There is no way that you can look at a person and say negative things. There's no look that is a Silicon Valley guy where VCs are like, I'll invest in that person. There's no amount of success that you can emanate to negative people that are trying to pull you down. I mean, how are you pulling this down? One, I'm Chinese. So, I couldn't get into the school that I was qualified for because the school's got 40% Chinese people already. Two, I'm obviously pretty good at reading, right? 3, my English is smooth and complicated and may not be the best persuasion, but I'm not trying to persuade or sell you because remember, this is $0. I'm trying to make rich your future version of yourself. I'm not going to dumb myself down just for giggles and laughs. I'm not going to lie to you so that way you'll subscribe to my comedy. I risk offending people because I'm myself and I'm meeting your future self that's a better version of you. 15 ways crabs try to pull you down is, hey Larry, I'm totally confused. You don't make sense. And I'm not making fun of crabs in a pot. I'm helping the crab in a pot. You're a blue crab. You're a cute little blue crab, which you should buy a YouTube. You should buy YouTube. What? You should buy a cute little crab from my buddy Jeff's website and then put it in front of you. And every time you say something negative like, Larry, you suck. Larry, it'd be so much better if you blah, blah, blah. You're literally coaching, which I actually want to know because I will listen. But instead of just critiquing me, promote me. Instead of ankle biting me, mentor me while you mentor yourself. Do you like how positive this is? I'm not saying you have nothing to teach me. You actually have everything to teach me. Let's collaborate on Crabs in a Pot by getting a mascot stuffed animal for less than $10 on Jeff's website, on my friend Jeff's website. Have you guys come across, what's that river? Amazon. Have you guys come across Amazon yet? I think it's going to be an up-and-coming website that is going to be the everything store. Well, at least that's what my friend Brad Stone is working on for his New York Times bestseller that shipped 4 years ago. Brad Stone, writing about Jeff Bezos, the everything store. Do you see why I'm the third institution of Silicon Valley? Because when you meet me at two parties, you're going to be like, I'll be friends with that guy because he's popular. I'll be friends with that guy because he's positive. I'll be friends with that guy because he has interesting perspectives. That's how I know Brad Stone and Jeff Bezos. This is not name dropping if you don't know who those guys are. All that matters is crabs in a pot. Cute little crabs. When we. What's a crab in a pot? A crab in a pot is a crab or a person that pulls other people down while kind of trying to leave the pot, but not in collaboration. It's minority adjacent. It's what a lot of minorities do that are not Chinese people. That joke, that was just for me, because that's funny on 10 levels. Why? Why are you pulling people down? Why don't we support each other at the under 800 subscribers level? Crabs in a pot. Comment that I get. Reading mean tweets. You've had your YouTube channel since 2006 and you're going nowhere. Okay, so Chad Hurley and Steve Chen told me that I should get a YouTube. I was watching YouTube, not a whole lot, while making random YouTube videos that were not part of the YouTube algorithm. Now, oh, I'm running the YouTube algorithm. Why? Because VO3, that's real. Because Google I/O, May 2017 to May 19. What's Google I/O? It's Google's interactive conference, kind of like WWDC for Apple, where Google I/O has purchased James Tamplin's company, Firebase. AI. Asian intelligence is going to change your W-2 and 1099. You thought I was going to say AI is going to change the world. Boring. Changing your W-2 and 1099. Super exciting. Kind of like us matriculating a baby. And not a fur baby, dropping a food baby as we win. Comedy set, June 2nd. Comedy set. The simple act itself of taking 5 pages of notes in the front row, you could be writing down gibberish feverishly, and this is how low the bar is right now. Remember, this is comedy episode 1452. Low bars. Crabs in a pot. You can't pull this crab down when this crab is being shot out of a cannon from obscurity into absolute relevance. Lecture hall, classroom, conference. People are shy to sit in the front row, correct? People are shy. If you sit in the front row, you're sitting first chair entrepreneurship. When you sit in the front, these magical things happen. This next 4 minutes is going to be more valuable than every video you've watched combined times 5. Let me repeat that. As the third institution of Silicon Valley telling you to do Andrew Luck, Tom Brady, Larry Chiang things. Quarterback, quarterback, quarterback. If sports phrases demoralize you, check yourself, because I'm not a sporty Asian. I'm a nerdy Asian. Let's get into why sitting front row helps. We're not going to be asking for shout outs, because you should absolutely take notes, because this is not a shout out situation. This is a ball out. We're balling out, sitting in the front row. This is what we're going to do. The bar is so low right now. This is our advantage. People are on their phones too much. Yada, yada, yada. We now sit front row, and we are not shy to sit front. We are not. Because we're going to sit front row just like a puppy and hang on every word the way a dog is when he's got a turtle head popping out of his butt going, "Hey, mother scratcher, it's almost time for a walk." That's your face sitting in the front row saying, "Hey, mother scratcher, I am sub single digit millionaire level. Let's get me to at least 9 figures the way that Larry Chiang did before he graduated, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. This is how. Hey, I need this information. That's why I'm taking furious notes." If you take 4 pages of furious notes from the front row, the speaker will literally look down and be like, "Who is this 6'5" Andrew Luck sitting in my front row? Who is this 6'4.5" Tom Brady, slightly shorter than me, sitting in the front row, furiously scribbling notes?" People have said, "I saw Tom Brady in my front row. It was jarring." These things apply to you. Why? Because you can jar the speaker, because we caught attention for sitting in the front row furiously taking notes back when the bar was much higher. Now the bar is much, much lower. This is what we're going to do when we sit front row. 1, we're going to pop a selfie of the audience. 2, we're going to shoot a selfie without ourselves, hashtag selfie no self, of the speaker. Next, 3, which is we take notes in the front row furiously. We're not taking notes on our phone, because then it looks like this. That's not good optics. 5, the reason we take notes is to mind meld with a mentor. Mentor mind meld is like the Vulcan mind meld. What's the Vulcan mind meld? Larry, you're way too nerdy. The Vulcan mind meld is where a Vulcan, okay, science officer, USS Larry Chiang, reporting for duty. Vulcan mind meld is me putting my hand on your face. We'll demonstrate on Tom Brady here. We put a hand on her face, and then we do a brain scan. "Puppy daddy, I love you." "Oh, thanks, Brady." Brain scan. "Thank you for feeding me hamburger yesterday that didn't have salt that you cooked for me." "Huh, you're welcome, buddy." Brain scan. "Hey, I really want to hang out with those hot female puppies. Oh my God, you're so disgusting. But you know what? I don't blame you. You're a little slut puppy. You're a slut puppy because you got raised by a slut puppy. What else is going on in your brain, Brady?" Hey, you didn't go to church yesterday, motherfucker. Why'd you just watch baseball on TV? It was a college World Series. Hey, can I drop off a giant turd later? You pick it up and then I'll sniff some new vagina. That's the Vulcan mind meld. How do you do the Vulcan mind meld without putting your hand on someone's face? This is how. You use pen and paper because because it's so nearly manipulative and, dare I say, speed seductive, that even if you're not a pussy magnet, even if you're not the vagina whisperer, that's why I'm the third institution of Silicon Valley. Oh, it's the patriarchy. There's not enough female VCs. There's not enough blonde unicorns that are female. Solved it. Solved it. Solved it. Vagina whisperer. Why is that funny in the front row? Because women's vagina put forth a different ADD chemical from men's alleged penis, which allegedly is sometimes as big as a baby arm. Allegedly. The two chemicals in the spectrum of sexiness is on a spectrum, which is when we take paper notes, we're literally jizzing on the speaker's face with, you met a person who's going to be surpassing you. You just met a person who is becoming supernatural. That's funny for me. Why? Because the page of notes is Joe Dispenza. The page of notes is Joe Dispenza. Look, beta, alpha, theta, delta waves. While I'm making myself laugh by using the book name in the YouTube stand-up. It's kind of like that point in the movie where they're like, oh, Batman Rises. And the movie's called Batman Rises. Or South Park Unfiltered. And then the movie's called South Park Unfiltered. That's the funny part of me explaining to you for a third time becoming supernatural. Because we're using pen and paper to show Joe Dispenza, hey, we're rocking. We came to play. Would you like to pay me $50,000? Okay, I think so. I mean, I don't know what I'm paying for, but you seem like you already became supernatural. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. So, when women throw vagina, they time distort like Joe Dispenza's chapter 11, chapter 8. Let's get into the troll comments that I'm going to post. Because I take YouTube trolls and I turn it into comedy gold. Why? Because when women throw vagina, they're trying to do time distortion of, hey, in the future, your penis is going to be inside of me. That's... Thank you for the Hail Mary, and thank you for the compliment? Question mark? Thank you for the invitation. I will be saying no, and let's get better, where we can take realization of its chapter 11, which is time, space, space, time. Instead of using it to distract yourself with my hot face and my third leg going between your legs. Remember, YouTube troll comments turned into comedy, like a heckler into something amazing. The movie of... Did that comment go in the direction that you thought it would? That's chapter 8, Joe Dispenza. Can we get back to the page of notes, which is beta, alpha, theta, delta? your brain can be as good as my brain, because my brain is an 88 for an IQ running Silicon Valley. No joke, when it's for general IQ run by the postmenopausal Department of Education Society, it's an IQ under 90. But when you hook it up to money or a bank account or how money works, it's the third institution of Silicon Valley. Maybe if you opened up your chink eyes, you could see. Interesting. Because I get the feeling that if we were to play any sport, anywhere, at any time, that I would win on 5 levels. Why? Because my vision isn't just of the present, it's Joe Dispenza, chapter 11, time, space, space, time. Am I reading your comment while staying on topic for how do you sit first chair entrepreneurship, which is really anywhere in the first row. So there's like 80 first chair entrepreneurship. Bring your own pen and paper. At Matt James' 3-day workshop, I was taking so many notes, and it's hard to take notes on a lap, kind of like a lap puppy. It'd be better if there were a little table to take notes on, kind of like those classrooms with those vadunk, and then the little rotating TV dinner chair plops down and you can put your laptop or your notebook down. That's winning. Did I just farmer nose blow? No. I Nadi Shadana'd air passages as I met James Nestor May 29. May 29, winning at James Nestor's James Nestor, baby. James Nestor. Popped a selfie and did a deal. What deal did I do? Oh, publishing chapter 11, chapter 15. This is what happens when you sit first chair entrepreneurship. This is why my comedy set of 60 minutes deserves and requires a second watch. Why? Because I'm about to give you even more ROI for sitting first chair entrepreneurship. We want to PQRST the speaker. What am I talking about? It's June 15 and June 16. There are 2 days of speakers. For example, it's the second institution of Silicon Valley. I'm not going to say their name because they're intimidated that I am the number 1 institution of Silicon Valley, while skipping institution number 1. Okay, I'll tell you. It's Y Combinator. June 15 and June 16. Did they publish their agenda yet? Nope. Just like VCs, probably will start late, probably will go over, probably sloppy. How can you sit first chair entrepreneurship at a conference that you're not even invited to? Well, this is how to network at a conference that you're not invited to. This is how to interact and get to be best friends with executives while crashing the conference using AI. Sitting first chair entrepreneurship virtually. Did this just get super advanced on 10 levels? Nope. When you rewatch this video, you will understand. And then when you execute this, you'll be like, oh my God, Larry Chiang helped me make $145. And then I'll be like, loser. Because 145K, that's not enough money for you to retire. And you want to fire acronym, which is sitting first chair entrepreneurship at a conference you just learned about. This is how. There's this thing. It's called PQRST, Preview Question Read Summarize Test. There's this thing. It's called AI. And it's not the normal AI that you know about. It's the normal AI that you know about via this comedy set, which is Asian intelligence, where you use AI for AGI, Asian intelligent, artificial intelligent, Asian guy intelligent, towards a ability to towards an ability to interact with all the speakers June 15 and 16 San Francisco Y Combinator. You're using AI to guess what speakers are going to be talking about and then publishing them to a web page, publishing them to a site. Why? Because now you're not asking for permission for their mentorship. This is first chair entrepreneurship. Winning. This is using AI to win at a conference that is an industry that you're not even in. By experimenting this one time, you will become supernatural economically. Why? Because most people show up, they have no idea what the agenda is. Most people show up, they have no preparation whatsoever. Do you know who shows up to football games highly prepared? Tom Brady showed off and regurgitated me, Larry Chiang. Hi, I drop new eps Wednesdays and Mondays. I would connect. If this is your first experience, you're going to lose out if we don't reconnect. Because the first video, it's kind of tough to swallow. But guess who swallowed it mentally and then spat it out on a football field? Brady the human, the guy who went to Michigan and Sarah High School. This is what he said while mic'd up at the Super Bowl. This is literally what he said. Hey, everybody, we've previewed everything. We've asked ourselves the tough questions. We're going to make the good reads. We've summarized up all these things. We're going to pass this test. And I'm like, did you just quote our mentor, Ms. Bassetto, and Dr. Doug and Larry Chiang? Did you just PQRST your Buccaneer football program? Like, what just happened? We've previewed everything. We've asked ourselves the tough questions. We've summarized the scouts. We're going to make the perfect reads. We're going to pass this test. Look, I even said it out of order. Tom Brady, 40-plus-year-old football alumni, he aced PQRST. I didn't name him Tom Brady because I love him, okay? I didn't. I named him Tom Brady kind of to humiliate myself because Brady is actually my mentor. I mean, yeah, I mentored him, but he's my mentor, and if you play sports against him, he's kind of a dick. Yeah. Why? Because he's kind of mean. He is a dirty player. I'll just say it. He's a dirty player. And he's not like a knick-knack dirty player. He's like a mean dirty player. Yeah. And so the reason I named him Tom Brady is I need a little bit of that. Because I am not a dirty player. I am just kind of happy to look like the vagina whisperer or pussy magnet. Like, I'm kind of just happy, and I'm kind of like a fluffy golden retriever where I don't have that mode during games where I'm like psycho killer. I mean, I'm a killer, but not like during a game. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. That's why Tom Brady was named that way. Sitting first row entrepreneurship, the aforementioned top 35 quarterback, Tom Brady, with a top 2 quarterback, Andrew Luck, with a top Vagina quarterback, Larry Chiang. Andrew Luck, Tom Brady, Larry Chiang. First chair entrepreneurship. All of us win. Why? Because vagina gets thrown at us. Please take your penis out of me. Excuse me, ma'am. It wasn't there, except mentally. Which is sitting first chair entrepreneurship. Sitting in the front row taking notes furiously, like Andrew Luck, quarterback, Stanford University. And then, Andrew Luck, thank you for the positive things that you said, because now every quarterback at Stanford University is like, Larry Chiang, Larry Chiang, Larry Chiang. Larry Chiang, Larry Chiang, Larry Chiang. And then people will be like, hey, this person says something positive about you. And I'm like, which one's Quinn Matthews? Get it? Quarterback of the baseball diamond. Now I'm friends with Quinn Matthews because I listen. Hey, somebody said something positive about you. This is why I pay attention to everybody, which is why I'm the third institution of Silicon Valley. You have no clue who's going to be successful. So I treat everybody like they're currently my mentee who's going to be my mentor. Because if you're a fan of me and you promote me, I'm in danger. Why? Because you're about to Vulcan mind meld me, which is why I have so much enthusiasm for these videos. There are people that aren't even born yet that are going to benefit from this video. Are you going to let them surpass you? Are you going to let them become better than you? Or are you going to be in a race to use AI, Asian intelligence? Are you going to be able to cowboy up? Are you going to be able to cowboy up and improve? Will you determine that AGI is possible for you in your progression? Can you realize that this YouTube video is worth more than every other YouTube you've ever watched in the history of Tube and you? Times 2. Because when you sit front row, 1, you're going to be uncomfortable. 2, I will be sitting next to you in spirit. 3, you might be sitting next to Andrew Luck, who is not my mentee, but maybe is because he is such a studier. Tom Brady might be financially benefiting from you because, no kidding, he literally might be Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto, he's a fictional person that's real that hid his identity in the Boston area and is good across multiple fields. Cryptography, money, learning, coding, law. What legal mistake did Tom Brady make? He sued Yahoo and made a mistake. And then I think he began to study laws better, and he's really, really, really good at networking. I have him in my short list to dudes who, and he has billions and billions of dollars that he's never touched. In fact, recently he saved and made more money within Bitcoin. It's a ledger. And on this ledger, everybody can see how much money everybody else has. It's the definition of a universal ledger. How did I get this? Baseball hit me in the face. It's kind of attractive, actually. Because guess what? After that bad hop, I haven't made an error since. Yeah. This was 7 weeks ago. Dominating at shortstop. Why? Because I watched actually a couple of Tom Brady YouTube videos that I recut into shorts. And Tom Brady actually helps my arm at shortstop get better. Why? Because I was making some mistakes with my off arm. Think about how genius it is where you actually have to consider that when you're throwing, your other arm, your what Tom Brady calls your off arm, affects your primary arm. Who'd have thunk? Now my brain cannon became like even more cannon. That's getting better here on YouTube. This video, let me stress, I'm not allergic to dog. Naughty shit out and breathing. I want to stress, I think I saw a flea. I want to stress, this video requires you to cowboy up. What are we cowboying up? This true truth. This video is worth all the videos that you've ever watched on YouTube times 2. If you don't make it true, you are not winning. I will study buddy with you this video where we do this. You write down 7 things that you're going to do after learning the thing that was reminded of you. This comedy set just became amazing because you can leak this comedy set and make money off of it. The business hacks, incredibly valuable because what I said, you can charge $9,000 for. This is how. If they don't make $9,001, they don't pay you $9,000. Why is it worth $9,000? Because this is actually a video that's worth all of everyone else's YouTube time spent watching, doubled, times 2. Just sitting front row and taking paper notes. The mere fact of having a notebook in your pocket where you take 5 pages of notes per week, that's less than 1 page a day on a baby notebook. If you do that, 1, your brain gets better. 2, people will throw money, job offers, and invites because you take notes. So imagine if you're sitting front row taking notes, then you're becoming supernatural. Joe Dispenza affiliate program, not engaged. It's a Joe Dispenza book, but there's no affiliate program because you don't need a partnership. That's another thing that you can write down. In fact, I'm going to give you all the value of all the videos times 2 in the next 3 sentences. Pen optional, rewatch required, which is this. Becoming supernatural is where we take fortune cookie sized messages like the one I just doled out into this. Collecting information in the present as a present, expanding on a prior period, using hashtag external APIs. Because your affiliate program for Joe Dispenza for $9,000 does not need a Joe Dispenza meeting or partnership. This is why. You can sit at the Super Bowl at the Cosmopolitan Hotel with a stack of 3 Joe Dispenza books. 3 Joe Dispenza books. 3 of them. This is how we organize at any party, at any restaurant. Specifically, Cosmopolitan Hotel, which is this. Las Vegas Super Bowl party. Time stamping for myself. You sit at a table, and this table has 3 books. This table has 3 books. These 3 books are meant to cause people to be curious. Hey, is that your book? Because what in the world do you have 3 books of the same book while you're reading another book? Like, what's going on here? Are you reading your own book? What you're doing is you're inviting people to cold open. That's the magic trick. And the reason I have multiple books that I Amazon ship via my friend Jeff's website to the location that I'm at, for example, Omaha World Series with the book Snowball. Am I going to be doing a book signing for chapters that I'm adding to Snowball? Definitively, yes. Do you see what it means to sit first chair entrepreneurship? Because what's happening is you're doing a book signing of a book that you read. Let me repeat what I just said. You're doing a book signing of a book that you read while hunting for problems that people will bring up that are solved within the book. Let me give you an example that you can paste copy without even having read the book. This is what I'm talking about. Is this the best comedy set ever? Oh yeah, because you're going to be laughing your way to the bank. This is why. Oh, Joe Dispenza. I hear he's got amazing workshops. Because guess what? This stuff, it basically sells itself. This stuff, it basically sells this stuff. It basically sells itself because we're bringing a prepared mindset. Similar to sitting first chair entrepreneurship, sitting in the front row, the mere act of preparation via PQRST allows us more economic opportunities because now we walk, talk, execute differently, where we're not just watching a video, half watching it while multitasking. We're watching this video a second time while having the express goal. I want to be time flow positive on this video. I want to be energy flow positive on this video. I want to be cash flow positive in my life. That's the culmination of Sunrise Comedy Video, where now it's super bright, at the beginning, kind of dark. At an entrepreneurship conference, we do this. This solves any new product. Is this Dan Olson's book? Oh yeah. Why did I enthusiastically promote my friend's book? Because I am the third institution of Silicon Valley, and this is unstoppable. This is unstoppable on 10 levels of being unstoppable. Am I friends with Dan Olson? You bet. Do I have an affiliate program? Nope. Don't need one. Why? Because I can do chapters 1 through 14 very much on my own, in the same way that I wrote a sequel chapter to Warren Buffett's book, chapters 65 through 72. Ditto Joe Dispenza, sitting first chair entrepreneurship in the front row, writing for him his chapter 15. Come hang out for College World Series Book Club. Book Club at the College World Series.